All right, guys, welcome back to the Sayin Society. You got myself, Jachik, Justman, and Jagat.
Justman couldn't be here right now.
Here's an empty spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, today we got One Piece.
We got Jachik.
You got One Piece, Vinland, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Chainsaw Man. Yeah.
I think that's about it.
No. Yeah.
Might be missing something.
No, we're not.
Gachiakuters.
Fuck a gachi.
Did you read it?
I don't know.
I guess I'm talking about Gachiakuters.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, fuck.
Crazy.
Thanks for the heads up, my friend.
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
Too busy humping.
I need to catch you lacking. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you.
Yeah, let's start with some One Piece.
Yeah, let's get it. We had the cover page.
Yeah.
It was what Judge and Caesar arguing about some shit. I guess
like, yeah. Like,
I think what I had read was they're arguing about
who's number one or
who's
something.
number one. Yeah, something like that. The actual chapter though.
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff happening this chapter.
Okay.
Like, a lot.
Okay, let's get into it.
Like, a lot.
So, okay.
My eyes couldn't follow everything. I had to read that twice.
Did you?
Yeah.
It didn't seem too intense like that.
It was a lot. I guess it was a little too cluttered for my dumbass.
Well, because they had fights with S-Hawk, S-Bear, and S-Snake.
Yeah.
And then with this might not be in the right order, but they had Frankie, Usopp, and was it York or was it Lilith fighting S-Snake? Lilith, right? And she's using her stone powers, the love beam or whatever it's called.
Yeah. And
turning these as a stone, and then Lilith? Fuck, what did you say?
Lilith?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they look so similar, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Lilith uses some bubble gun thing that weaponizes the water from the sea, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's almost acting like sea stone.
Sea stone, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of making her weak, but it just brushed up off her. And then Frankie also gets turned to stone, which I thought was kind of crazy. It's weird. Yeah. It's weird though, cause they think she's cute, right? And that's why they're turning into stone.
Yeah.
But I was surprised to see Lilith also think she's cute.
Why?
Well, I don't know, just cause she's like a little section of Vegapunk.
That section of Vegapunk thinks cute.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's I don't know. Like I assume she would just be worrying about what her functions are.
Yeah.
Being separated, and she wouldn't really.
Those emotions or something, whatever feelings.
Yeah. And also, you don't really see Usopp kind of reacting like that too often.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Right?
Yeah. Like Frankie makes sense, Sanji makes sense, Brook makes sense.
Yeah.
Even Chopper, Chopper's this,
Yeah. Fanboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then we had
Zoro, Luffy, Lucci, and Kaku.
These are all doing their crazy ass moves.
Yeah. Like
Lucci and Luffy going ham on Bear,
and
then Kaku and Zoro going ham on Hawk, and they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
They didn't do jack shit.
Zoro's dumbass.
Dude, yeah. And then they're just kind of talking, and they're just like, "Yo, this guy kind of reminds me of King."
Yeah.
He kind of had he had some similarities, but if he's like a Lunarian, then it's his flames. Like as soon as his flames go up, your defenses are down.
And Shako was just like, "Oh, that must be well, I forgot what he called him.
Like the test subject that escaped with Kaido. From Punk Hazard.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that he was on Punk Hazard. So at least that's a new tidbit of information now.
Yeah.
And then Zoro was actually a dumbass because he's like, yeah, there's only a couple similarities, the hair, dark skin, white hair, flames,
the eyes,
the wings. There's only a couple of things. It's so easy to miss, right?
I wish Jachi was here right now.
Yeah, this is why he didn't show up. He didn't want to be here because
we flew out of country.
He didn't want to be here because he knew we'd just be tearing Zoro apart.
My guy, once he saw the chapter, he flew out of country.
Yeah,
he said, "Yo, fuck,
I can't do this. Can't show my face anywhere." Anyways, I guess that was kind of like the bulk of the chapter.
Sanji.
And then, oh yeah, who's Sanji fighting?
They were fighting Jinbei.
Oh yeah, and he's like, yo, I don't care if he's a kid or
And his
even looks like a
eyebrow
friend or
flipped.
anything. His eyebrow flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was as soon as they showed Sanji, kind of saying all that shit, like, you know, if he tries to hurt a lady, like, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Yeah.
I was like really expecting to see some type of advancement with where it started earlier when he was fighting Queen in
Mhm.
Wano.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see that next chapter, I'm assuming.
His eyebrow just flips.
Yeah, because we didn't really get to see like really anything. Like, it was maybe like
What does
a
that mean
page.
though? Like
When
an
his eyebrow
eyebrow. Like
flips?
yeah.
His eyebrow flipping just means that he's tapping into that like Germa 66.
Germa
tech.
60. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because like last time it happened, it was I think at Whole Cake. Like it
Some
was,
people were like, "Yo, evil Sanji and shit."
no, it's just a big emphasis because when Whole Cake Island was happening, all of
Yeah.
his
They
siblings,
had this.
they had
other,
the flip. They
yeah.
had it the other way, while the whole time Sanji's
Sanji
had it the other way,
Yeah.
just to really show that he's different.
He's
from
different,
everyone.
and now
So
he's
then
like the same.
yeah.
He's just another fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, failed experiment.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Piece of
Worst
shit.
guy.
Worst guy.
Better than Zoro still though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I can't wait till Jachik edits this.
Actually, I'll probably edit it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Anyways,
And then Shaka's like, "Yo, I'll be right back. I think I know where Stella is."
yeah, and he goes and checks up on CP0 agents. Sees
Well, he was
Sees
a little.
Stella.
He was surprised that the Cypher Pole agents were there.
he was surprised. He's like, "Wait, what the fuck? Like, I thought you
Yeah.
guys left. Like, why are you guys still here?"
Yeah.
And then even Stella's like, you know, surprised to see you here.
Yeah, and then Stella's just like, "Yo, who'd you bring? Like, who'd you?
Like,
who's
who'd you bring
that?
with you?
Yeah,
Like,
who's
who's
that
with
that you
you?"
brought with you?"
And then he gets shot.
Shot.
I like that panel of him just getting shot. Dude, that looks sick. Yeah, that it almost reminded me of when Bellamere dies.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this, like the same motion.
Chances that Shaka is still the guy.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
No.
I don't. Maybe that's like.
What if he like
Here's
somehow?
the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We never got to see Shaka's face,
Yeah.
so maybe that was like, that's not actually Shaka, right? Like,
Exactly.
who knows who's under the
The
hood there.
helmet. Yeah.
yeah. So that's true. It could still be, but I don't at this point. I don't think it's a Vegapunk that defected.
Who do you think it is? Do you have anything that like?
I don't know. I think it's like because it would have been cool had Shaka still had the helmet on,
Yeah.
and we thought it was him that defected, and he actually killed the real Shaka.
Mm-hmm.
And then helmet comes off, and it's actually somebody else. But now that this guy's dead, it's kind of weird either way,
I guess, yeah.
right? If that was somebody, Shaka's just shooting him because he's like, yo, like this is an imposter.
Yeah.
But then that just kind of solves it too quick,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
you're kind of just like, like whatever, right?
Yeah.
So no, I think it's got to be somebody else.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, two like.
It was somebody that he didn't realize was with him though.
Yeah.
So now do you think there's some weight to the Katarina theory? Nine-tailed fox transforming, or
yeah.
even like caribou.
But again, wouldn't they have to be there for multiple months?
Katarina, it's possible.
She could, yeah.
Caribou, probably not.
Caribou, no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't-
Jachik was saying that the way Shaka was killed was similar to Queen Otahime. So he thinks that the traitor or the other person on the island is a celestial dragon impersonating a Vegapunk that would have knowledge of the Void Sentry to fake as though they made up shit or whatever on their own. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, a celestial dragon that's actually knowledgeable and does shit.
Yeah.
Because normally they're just fucking scumbags, just living their life and like eating and, just rich bastards.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I didn't know how far they're gonna go with celestial dragons still though, because they went really deep into
It's
celestial dragons.
Doflamingo still.
Like they went deep into celestial dragons with Dressrosa and
Dressrosa,
with
yeah.
Fishman Island,
Yeah.
and also with like pre-time, right before pre-time skip or the time skip actually. But
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, I could see that. That's fair. 'Cause we
Okay.
also had that one celestial dragon the one who did shoot her and got
Mhm.
blamed or whatever. He came back and he became like a normal person, if you remember. When they were doing their gathering of all the kingdoms and stuff,
Yeah.
he was kind of like, he greeted Neptune and all of them, and he was kind of just like, yo, like, thank you guys, you saved my life that day or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, because they would have murked him out,
Yeah.
and then they were like, no, we can't touch him, and like and he kind of like changed his ways since then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know who it is either.
Yeah.
It's too tough.
Maybe it's a celestial dragon that's not even in play.
It could be.
That
Yeah.
we don't even know, but that's
be.
kind of weird. I don't typically see celestial dragons doing anything.
There's so many strings that are. There's just like.
Do you still think it's a Gorosei? Because I feel like what Vegapunk was saying, or Sentomaru was saying, we like totally skipped this at the beginning of the chapter.
We did. Yeah.
Where he was just like, basically they caught on to Vegapunk learning about the Void Century.
Yeah.
And then they did like, I didn't like that they did a quick recap of Ohara shit.
Yeah.
Like
quick recap of Ohara.
Like, to be honest though, like in a regular anime, like it makes sense.
Yeah, but like
so like
manga?
I wouldn't hate this normally. It's just because with One Piece and how long it is, people have had that time to go back
and
reread or rewatch it, where most people know it like through and through.
Yeah.
Right, but like you can't really use that bias or anything towards it.
Yeah.
Because in terms of like the actual story, you would have been reading it and you would have been like, shit, it's been a long time. Let's get this recap. Like, this recap's helpful. It was only like half a page, I think.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. But I personally was just like, man, they just took away chapter space. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, fuck. Like, we could have had extra chapter space.
We could have seen who it was.
Yeah. Yo, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. Like, the way Oda did the paneling was really nice because you didn't get to see who it was.
Yeah.
And you saw Vegapunk's reaction. Like, he like shook, right?
So, like, with that reaction, it could be a Gorosei.
Yeah. And especially with Sentomaru said, I think the stakes are higher.
Yeah.
So it should be somebody higher up. And
a Gorosei and...
Yeah. Celestial Dragon, the only reason I don't think it's them is because they haven't been doing shit.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it could still go to that theory that it was the...
You think it'll be a new character?
Mm.
It's a new character versus an old character that we've already seen?
I don't think so. I feel like it has to be somebody that we've at least seen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the way Oda did the paneling, I was talking to somebody about it, and I'm like, dude, I don't think Toei Animation will be able to do the anime any justice with the way they did that. Because back in Wano, when they had the Kawamatsu, when they had his reveal in the prison, in the manga, they had teased it, and they did like a shadowy figure, like you couldn't see who it is and everything.
Yeah.
And then Toei Animation, literally, like you can
just see him.
You can see, you know what, like this guy doesn't look badass or anything. Like you know, like you're not making all these theories and shit, right?
Yeah.
So like, and like, also like Toei Animation has a habit of like spoiling shit in the opening.
Yeah, but like that's like any anime.
And then
though.
It'd be hard to like match that tone of like this mystery that Oda's been doing with Egghead Island.
Okay.
Like this thriller mystery thing, I guess.
Sure.
But like he's keeping it one piece, but you still have that mystery in there. So yeah, I don't expect them to be able to translate it at all. Like I feel like they're gonna show a figure of who the guy was that shot Shaka, and that's it. Like you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna properly do that.
It's just Imuzama just there.
Yeah, fuck. Did you see a bullet on that last panel?
I didn't look close enough. I don't think.
Because it doesn't look like it's Kizaru. Because it doesn't look like it's a beam of
like
light.
a beam. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think we can remove.
I feel like even
devil
if it
fruits
was
out of the way.
Even if it was like Kizaru, I feel like he'd be going after like Luffy
Guys,
while like the Gorosei goes after Vegapunk.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's somebody with powers though. It looks more like it's you know what? It could be, you know, Khalifa.
Yeah.
She like, were there soap stuff? Was she able to go invisible, or was that Nami going invisible during their fight? Do you remember? Back in Water 7.
I can't remember.
I think it was Nami going invisible, but fuck, because Nami's done that shit. Cause she did it in Fishman Island too. Where she used like the weather or whatever, and made everyone like refracted light and made it look like they were invisible.
Yeah.
Okay, no, never mind then. The theory just went out the window.
Alright, good.
Yeah. Cause I could like, it's got to be like a stealth type devil fruit or something. Cause why didn't anyone notice?
Or just somebody who's just good at stealth. Like,
or you know what? It's a transponder snail. They're like, yo, these fuckers out here have been using us not once. Have they
It's the
thanked
rebellion.
us?
This is a rebellion. This is the start of the rebellion.
He's like, you know what? I'm strapped now. I'm fucking these guys
We're
up.
flipping the world around. This is what Whitebeard was talking about.
This is the dawn of the new world.
The new world order right here.
This is that golden one, the one that does the Buster call. This is the real Buster call. You know, he just pulls up.
just a bunch of snails.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if it could be. It's so tough. Like they haven't given any
proper
leads
hints.
on
Yeah.
it. Like we thought it was gonna be like maybe Edison,
Mhm.
but I don't know if. I feel like Oda knows that the community thinks it's gonna be one of the Vegapunks defecting, because I've been seeing a lot of these theories all over the place now, where I think Oda might just, again, it's gonna be one of those chapters where some shit that we don't even expect.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Yeah.
But who's scheming enough in the world government that would shoot him down?
Well, again, we don't know what the Gorosei, like how they really operate.
I'm down for it. If it is the Gorosei, like that's like, again, this whole island arc has just been like 0 to 100 out of nowhere. Like so I can definitely see it being a Gorosei.
I mean, I'm here for it too.
Yeah.
I can put the you called it here first if it happened.
If it happens, yeah. You want to stamp it now?
I mean, I stamped it that one pod. No.
All right. Yeah. Other than that, like.
Yeah, that was the One Piece chapter.
We got
anything else?
I don't know. I think that was it. I think maybe just a Sentomaru thing I'd have to probably reread.
Yeah.
Just double check, but.
Okay. Gachiakutas.
Yo, you're just gonna go into it? Did you actually read it?
No, I was gonna let you.
Man, that's okay. I mean, essentially, like I'll sum up the chapter, but you know how we had the leader of the Vandals show up and talk to Rudo?
Yeah.
So Rudo's basically about to punch this guy, and he's like, "Yo, this guy did something." Like he's like, "Yo, fuck this guy up," right? Because he's getting triggered because of what happened last chapter. He showed him Almo's boots.
Yeah.
And he goes to punch him. Another dude pulls up with like a jinky. It's like a mirror thing or whatever. And it's like a teleportation.
And it takes him to another dimension.
Well, not another dimension. They made it seem like it was a manhole cover.
Okay.
And so like it was kind of like making like pockets in to like another destination.
Okay, I seen the chapter. I didn't read the English translations to it.
Okay, yeah.
So I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So then he went.
Yeah.
And then all the other dudes were pulling up, and they basically all grabbed onto each other, and all of us they all got swarmed in there.
No respect.
Yeah, and then
protect your own, right?
Yeah, and then all the vandals were kind of like, "Yo, we literally just got all the cleaners. Like we just
the janitors.
Yeah, we got them all, because they're all like in there now.
Yeah.
And then they're just all sitting there, and Ruro's like, "Man, these guys did something to Amo. We gotta fucking like do something." And then you see two clean panel like spreads, like page spreads, and like it's just the angle of it's pretty cool, because you're basically like the angle of it is you have the janitors here, and in the distance you have the vandals, and it's angled where it's like kind of it's on the ground, like close to them, and then after that another page spread of their faces all lined up, and then their faces all lined up, so some shit's about to go down. Like we're about to see mad one-on-one fights or some shit.
Yeah, Achachik said that he didn't expect them to face off so soon.
So soon, yeah. I didn't either. 'Cause I was like, what the fuck? Like, this shit's actually about to go down. Like, who knows how quick this manga's about to be over? Like,
it's done tomorrow.
Yo, like, this is wild. And, like, 'cause I don't know if Rudo's growth is even there yet.
Yeah.
And everyone else, like, I guess you could say, like, we expect them to already have fully grown. But, we'd still want to see more growth with those characters too.
Yeah.
So I just wonder what type of, like, if this manga's gonna go that way, or if they just end up losing someone here.
Rest in peace, Rudo.
It's a full on fight, and I don't know how Rudo's gonna, like, unless Rudo's
Rest in
awakens
peace,
his powers
Engine.
even more. Yeah. No idea.
Engine just
But
gone.
they looked raw as fuck. Like everyone looked dope.
Engine's dead.
I don't think so actually.
No, he's dead.
You think so?
Yeah. If they're
I mean-
losing anybody, it's Engine.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. He just seems a little protective of Naruto. So
Yeah.
if anybody's gonna die, it has to be.
And we followed him since the beginning,
yeah.
so maybe that's also why
Yeah.
it'd be okay to kill him here.
Tragedy.
Strikes again. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Like there wasn't. It was just like, okay, now I'm excited to see whose powers. Like all these dudes look like they look dripped out.
Yeah.
I want to see what their powers are, and I want to see how the matchups go.
Uh-huh.
And I wonder if they're even gonna let Rudo fight.
I feel like they will.
Yeah, no idea.
He's all angry and shit.
But I mean, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like he's not in control with his emotions and stuff, especially with the Amo stuff.
I guess, yeah.
So it's like, is he gonna be more like? Is he just gonna be fucking them over in terms of teamwork?
Or he just destroys everybody, even his own team.
Maybe I don't know that. We're not about to see him go Hulk mode for no reason.
World War Hulk right here.
Yeah, like other than that, like it wasn't much happening in the actual chapter. It was more of like a setup for our next chapter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Vinland Saga.
Yo, I watched last night.
This is an episode I've been waiting for.
Yeah, ever since you sent that tweet or whatever,
Yeah.
where they were just really happy to be working on this specific episode.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy, and I know like earlier, like Dottie said last episode was his favorite, and I've probably said it like a couple episodes ago. I was like, yo, like this episode's probably one of my favorites.
The snake
It's like
episode.
they just keep setting the bar up and up and up. Like it's just like, because I'm like, this episode is low key one of my favorites.
No, this one is definitely.
This
This
is
is the
crazy.
one. Every time you guys just said like this episode is my favorite, I'm like, I'm waiting for this episode because
Yeah.
I knew this episode would be my favorite.
Yeah, holy fuck, dude. We get so much on Thorfinn's part,
So much.
and like especially the way they opened it, where he thinks that his dream is actually his real life, and he thinks like the shit that he's been doing in his real life was a dream,
a dream. Yeah.
because he's basically been in nonstop revenge mode,
Yeah.
and he's like, man, like I had this crazy dream, like I thought
Like,
my dad
Dad,
died.
I thought you died, and then
Yeah, I
and
thought I
then-
became a slave.
And then his dad hits him with, "I smell blood.
Yeah,
Who'd you kill?"
yeah.
And
And-
then it hits him like, "Oh shit."
And then he has like, what is it, Einar in his hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also the transition to that little nightmare that he usually has.
So like, yeah, they collapse into the ground, both of them,
Yeah,
and they're falling, or Rudo's falling, and then he just like grabs onto the ledge, and he's looking down. He's seeing like just like I guess like zombie like people
Yeah.
fighting, and then he's like, "What the fuck is this? Is this like Valhalla?"
yeah. He's like, he doesn't know what it is, and he's like, it was this hell. And then Askeladd comes in.
We hear
Yeah.
a laugh.
Yeah, the way they even showed him too, like they're like building it up,
Yeah.
and then you see him just sitting there with his sword, and he's just like,
Just chilling,
bro, this is the real world, dude. Like
This is a-
hell is much prettier than this.
Yeah, this is
right?
like this is fuck.
Yeah, essentially saying like you're living in hell, like this shit's, you know. And then his whole interaction with Askeladd, I thought was really like,
It was good.
yeah, it was just great to see, because you kind of had Askeladd wanting the best for him,
Yeah.
right?
You can definitely tell that like even though he might not show it,
Yeah,
there's like a little bit of like I killed your dad type shit. Like I should be responsible for at least pushing you in the right direction.
yeah.
When Rudo's like hanging off the ledge and like
Wait, who?
not holy fuck.
I heard it the first time,
Thor-
and I'm like, what are you saying?
Thorfinn.
Thorfinn, yeah.
Thorfinn
I heard it the first time, and I'm like, I'm tripping. I think he said Thorfinn. Yeah,
is on the ledge
yeah,
and like there's just like bodies climbing up
Yeah,
to
to
like
reach him.
grab him.
yeah,
And Aslad's like, "Yo, do you don't recognize those people?
yeah.
Like those are the people
then
that
him-
you've
yeah.
killed."
And I thought like
And
it's
Rudo's
so
fuck.
Thorfinn.
Ah!
I think it's so much nicer with Thorfinn saying that he actually like he doesn't recognize these people. And
Yeah,
he's
it
so
was so sad.
and he's just crying because
He's,
like,
like,
fuck, like I
crying, "I'm
don't even know
sorry."
you guys. Because I feel like there's been a few times in anime at least where people are like, I remember everyone I've killed,
I've killed, yeah.
and you're like, because like they're like sincere about it. They're, you know, like it weighs on them. And Thorfinn that whole time, like he didn't give a fuck about it. And even Askeladd brings it up where he's like, you were lucky enough where you weren't even like none of that shit was weighing on you. Like you were
Yeah.
becoming a true warrior because you didn't even care. You were just fucking in that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like him crying and then Fuck. What made Asa jump down?
Because they started shooting arrows.
Oh yeah, they started
at
shooting
him,
at Ruda.
and
Fuck.
at Thorfinn. They started shooting arrows at Thorfinn.
Started shooting Thorfinn's at arrow. We're in shambles.
You're in shambles. You're fucking me up. Like, okay, they're shooting arrows at Thorfinn, and he's kind of like, man, these guys just like kind of like ruined the mood, like the atmosphere, because they were kind of. I guess he could tell that he was on his way to.
But it's also like a moment where
learn.
like he was like he didn't want Thorfinn to like actually get hit or fall down, get dragged down, because like he wants Thorfinn to like become the true warrior that like his dad was.
Yeah, exactly. Like when the way I saw it was if the arrows had hit him and made him fall off the ledge, it would have been one of those moments where it brought him back into being a warrior, because especially with what's happening like in real life as a slave, they were getting pounded on, right?
Yeah.
So then that it could have gone either way. Like he could have fallen back to his old lifestyle. Yeah. And used like violence and shit as a way to get everything he needs. Yeah. And then because Askeladd kind of jumped down and tried to stop those guys. Yeah. He was like, I feel bad for everything I've done. I need to find a new way of living life.
Yeah. He's like, climb up, Thorfinn. Yeah. Become
like, get out of here,
warrior.
Right.
Yeah. And then
because not a lot of people can get out of there. Yeah. Right. Like when. Yeah. I thought it was really cool, man. Holy. And then.
We also saw Bjorn.
Yeah, he did make up Bjorn.
Yeah.
And then he also had the glimpses of his dad, which I thought were really cool, because at the end of the whole episode, when he did have that realization that like, oh, like I need to be different. That's when his dad basically like left. Like he was with him. Yeah, you see like the shot that we see in like their first season opening where like the dad's like walking away. Yeah. Thor's is walking away, so we get that shot and he's walking away, and like now that like plane view that we saw, he's not in it anymore. Yeah. Because he's walked away completely. Yeah. And it's just like now it's like open like, for him to. Like Thorfinn can handle himself now. Yeah. Like it's okay for him to leave, type of thing. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely like that. And then even Einar, he didn't really get. Yeah, he's like, I don't understand. But he like also understood. Like he's like, like new way of living life. Like we got this type of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Respects to Einar. So clean, man. It was such a good episode. And Einar was looking fucking clean. Yeah. Like I swear he's been getting drawn better and better. Like I don't know. Yeah, I swear, dude. Like if you compare him from the beginning of the season, like, you're like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? Like, oh yeah, and then Thorfinn and Einar didn't get any punishment. Yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah, Keto was like, yeah, I saw one of you guys' buttons or some shit. Yeah. We'll just pretend it never happened. They didn't. Shout out to Patel, bro. Yeah. That man was in the trenches trying to find that button. It's Peter. Patel, bro. It's Patel. It's Patel. Fucking Josh, man. Yo, I swear it's Patel, I swear bro. He's a brown guy, bro. I swear. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, it was a great episode. I'm excited. We're on episode 9 now, though. Yeah. So we got about half. Actually, no. Is it 24 episodes? It's probably 24, yeah. 24 episodes. So we're almost at that mid-season. Yeah. What do you think's going to drop for that mid-season? I can't say. Spoilers. Okay, let's just say that. Spoilers for people that are caught up on the manga. We will think about what episode 12 might be. It's going to be the slave that pulls up. Oh, okay, yeah. You think that's going to happen? I feel like that might happen in the next couple episodes. Because what's left to do? Word, that's right. Because the end... did you watch the end of the episode? What happened at the end? It seemed like he was already pulling up. Like, shit was already going down. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I dreamt about it. I don't know. You might have dreamt about it. Maybe those 2 Red Bulls, like, Fuzzy Peaches. Yo, I was out, man. I was looking because that's like, I feel like that's pretty eventful for a mid-season sort of like core 1 type moment, I guess. Are they splitting it into cores? No, I'm just saying like. Okay. When do you think Knut's gonna pull up? I feel like that's closer to the end of the season. Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel like maybe 18. 18? Episode 18? That's fair. That's what I was thinking too. Because they need a few episodes to deal with everything that's happening. Because he's there for a while before. Yeah.
Plus,
we
it's
get
like
to
the
see that.
first time we see like Thorfinn actually take action. Is
Yeah.
like when the slave pulls up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We have only Jujutsu Kaisen left.
Shit, that's quick.
Sorry, Chainsaw Man.
Okay. Yeah. Chainsaw Man.
Let's get
Yo.
into Chainsaw Man.
So we basically had Yoshida talking to
Famine
Famine Devil. I didn't like that he's calling her Fammy.
Fammy.
I thought that was so weird, man. And
'Cause
then
he
he also mentioned, he's like, bro, that's such a low tier effort. You're fucking garbage. Like, that's such an ugly name, dude.
Fammy.
But we also we see what Yoshida's role is now. A
Yeah.
lot more,
Well, yeah.
right? Because
A little bit.
he's basically telling, it's like a prophecy or whatever. And
Yeah, this was I like this.
yeah, and he wants to, or the Devil Hunters Association wants to make sure that Famine Devil's not up to no business.
Well, yeah, so there was like, let me actually pull up the chapter because this is actually pretty interesting the way it was explained.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, they're talking about like Nostradamus.
Yeah, Nostradamus' prophecy.
And then they realized that when they went to the Future Devil, they had 30 inmates see when they're going to die.
Yeah.
And I think there's like 22 of them or 21 of them are all dying in July 1999 or some shit.
Yeah.
They said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wait, that was another thing. We never knew what year Chainsaw Man was set in.
I think we did.
No,
Didn't we?
because when you think about today is like the culture that they had in Chainsaw Man with people taking their phones out and like doing like reports and shit where they're like, yeah, Chainsaw Man's sick, like
I guess
you know what I'm saying, like it felt like it was in today's age, right?
I guess so, yeah.
And then when they said it's like July 1999 on the calendar, then you're like, okay, so this is the time frame we're going with. So now it's kind of weird. Well, it's a different universe, so it
it's a
doesn't
different
really matter.
universe, yeah.
But it just kind of like throws you off a little bit.
Yeah, so the Future Devil predicted that 23 out of the 30 will lose their lives in July 1999.
Yeah.
And then Fami's just like, and then they're like, we want to know if you're up to something. Public safety believes it's connected to the prophecy of Nostradamus.
Yeah.
And he's like, I came here to make you talk. If you refuse, like, we'll start treating you like an actual devil.
Yeah, sure. Fuck.
And then she's like, the other 7 will die this week. Or die this week,
she
don't
knows,
they?
and it's from a devil that shows up.
And yeah, so she's like, 40 seconds. I like this though, like the way it was explained.
Yeah.
Like 40 seconds ago, a devil appeared in the East District, and the first of the devils. So there's multiple. Who will shepherd the world into ultimate terror. She is a devil with the name of a primal fear. Her name is ... And it swaps back to like.
That was so clean.
It was so
I
good.
fucking loved it.
Yeah.
When they're like,
So it's a primal fear.
Yeah.
What primal fear?
It's kind of like what we were talking about, where. So it basically like reduces humans down to like their basic instinct.
Yeah.
So something that they would have been scared of, like, I guess right off rip. Like it's not something that was conditioned.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I guess you could say like a fear of guns is something that was conditioned.
Conditioned.
Yeah.
So like, would technically the Death Devil be a primal?
Yeah.
So okay.
100%.
So that's probably like the final, of like
But-
the ones that she's talking about that
Well,
will
there's-
shepherd.
There's also like the suicide, like if there's a suicide devil
Sure, but like
'Cause-
I feel like it's not also conditioned.
with suicide.
Yeah,
mean- Actually, would you be scared of suicide? Is that a thing?
that's a really, I don't know. It's death.
Yeah, because I mean, just with how the chapter went right after, you saw these guys chilling. All of a sudden, they go on the ledge of their apartment and jump off.
Yeah, let's
And
just die.
And then it takes us to where last chapter had us with
Asa.
Yoru and Asa.
Yeah, and
Right.
like it turns out that all those people actually do want to just die.
Yeah, so why do they want to die? Like, what's this? This fear of something is leading them to
death.
death.
So that's what I'm saying. Isn't death just the primal fear? And wouldn't it technically just be the last primal fear that we're gonna see?
Yeah, it should be.
So like this is the first of like whatever.
Do you
like,
think they're all primal fears?
yeah.
All like
I-
however
I-
many devils are
I
out
feel
there?
like they would be, right?
Because death would have been on like fourth horseman level though, so I
Yeah.
feel like it's gotta be maybe a step below.
Well, yeah, they can be a step below. Like what? Because like if death is the final one,
Yeah.
then like anything that like let's just say death is the one that's like planning all of this.
Yeah.
he has the other primal fears go first and set the stage for him to pull or her to
Okay.
or whatever to pull up,
Yeah.
right?
But did you see the way the devil looked at the end?
Yeah.
So maybe that'll be. It was maybe death by suffocation.
'Cause there's no head.
I just saw a bunch of hands, and then the way the bodies were all piled up, it kind of.
But it changed their minds 'cause they were having a normal conversation. It's like, I
Yeah,
got a
and they full
bonus.
on
Should
were
I
just
buy
like-
I should buy a car? And she's like, you don't need a car. And then you know what I mean? Then he's like, yo, you're
That's why I
right.
thought it was like suicide, because they were just like, yo, should we just die? Like if people are just like, because people are, like can have those thoughts, like suicidal thoughts,
Yeah. But
Right.
like,
and they're like, oh, like is it just better if I die? So they're like, oh, should we just die? And the girl's like, yeah, sure, like I'm down.
but again, wouldn't like suicide be something conditioned to be feared of?
How though? Like just because I saw other people committing suicide, that's gonna condition my fear of it. Because guns was like, I feel like suicide is something that can happen since like the beginning of humanity, right? Like maybe it's more maybe we see it more now because of media exposure and stuff. So it's, yeah, but suicide's one of those things that would have always been there. Because guns would have been something that only showed up after guns were manufactured and after humans like used it in the way that they did.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird one.
Yeah, it's literally like, because death is like all death all around.
Yeah.
But suicide is like a specific way of dying. But
yeah.
it's weird because it's like, so like, because like the fear creates the devil, and that devil's able to use whatever that is to trigger something in their head, I guess. Because they were just talking about like, yo, we should go get a new car or something.
Yeah, he was like, I should get a car because I got a bonus or something. And then they like he just
Yeah, they're literally it's just like a whole
she's
switch
just like
up.
she's just like, no, you don't need a car. And then he's like, oh, you know what, you're right, I should just die. He's like, yeah, we should. Or some shit like that.
That's so tough. I don't know. Like I can't even.
It changed their minds and like completely to like from actual normal conversation to like, we should just die. I think it's too early for it to be the death devil.
Yeah, me too. That's why suicide thing is the only thing that makes sense to me.
But is suicide technically a primal fear?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the thing.
That is actually really tough. Because what else would it be?
Let's see what.
Because there could be like a fear of drowning.
Yeah.
Fear of setting on fire, like all these things that are like.
What are the main
primal fears?
Primal.
Just search up like top 10 fears for human or some shit like that, I guess. Actually, no, they're gonna be like, it's gonna show like arachnophobia or something.
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's what I'm seeing from sources across the web. So social phobia.
No, do like
Death-
scariest ways to die.
Death and death anxiety, fear of the dark, fear of flying.
So yeah, because people are scared to die.
Fear of abandonment, fear of loss of identity, loss of meaning, loss of purpose, fear of death, including fear of sickness and pain.
Yeah, I don't see it being any of those.
Fear
Besides
of
the death one.
failure. Yeah, I don't know. These are all just, they don't add up.
You think it's almost? Okay, I don't know if he's doing it this way, but you think it could be something like peer pressure? Because the way Buddy was just like, yo, should we just die? And she's like, yeah, I'm down, and just went along with it. Kind of like magnified in a different way, where like
FOMO.
Sure. Yeah, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be like something like that.
Like
it's weird that like he would just do a full switch up, because like in the way that she was just like saying no to him.
Yeah, and then she just.
Who knows what he was thinking? Where he's like, "Okay, fuck, like I'm not getting a car. Like fuck this."
Let's just
Like, I don't know. Like
fuck it, dude.
Like it's tough to say, and like because these are all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. Like it's.
And fucking Yoru's dumbass thought she could beat him with the fucking ruler sword.
That's what that was.
Yeah. He realized
like,
like, oh shit, I can't take that.
I had to re-look at that. I was like, what the fuck is she holding right now?
I can't take that. Starts running.
Yeah. There's no way that's real. Yeah. Dude,
the fact that
I'm stumped.
Nayuta realized that like a nasty ass devil appeared.
Yeah.
Fami realized exactly who appeared.
Yeah.
But Yoru had no fucking clue.
There's no shit.
It's kind of weird.
they're not the same levels.
They're not at the same level.
for sure.
Yeah.
Who do you think it is then?
I don't know. It's a weird one.
Search up like number one or
It's gonna be fear of death.
scariest ways to die.
It's gonna be fear of
No,
death.
but scariest. Just do scariest ways to die, or maybe not scariest. Fuck, I don't know what to search up, man. Ways to die? Like I don't know.
It's always gonna come down to fear of death.
At number
That's
one.
the biggest one.
Yeah. Maybe he's doing this. Maybe it's that some
It's just straight up just
death.
death.
Yeah.
Just death devil just pulls up.
Yeah.
But we also have that like fake chainsaw man
Yeah.
still, right? Like we haven't seen anything happen.
That's true.
I just thought I'd mention that. It has nothing to do with
Nothing to do
anything.
with the chapter.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, maybe it's like a fake devil. No, but okay, think about the way the devil looks too. Like it's just all arms.
Well, it has legs.
Like like it only it's 2 legs.
It has
like
titties.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, no, but the fact that it's got like multiple arms and no head, that's gotta be a sign of like what type of thing it is. That's why I felt like maybe it's
Arachnophobia.
No, that's
Multiple arms, bruh.
I think it's that's what I was thinking. It might be suffocation just because all the hands and stuff. But
The death of the devil of Shigaraki.
maybe it's a fear of. Well, okay, if the hands could be like I guess like losing a loved one or something like that.
But how like the reaction just doesn't.
Their switch up doesn't make sense, and I'm
Yeah.
sure he'll explain. But that could be with any devil,
I
like
guess.
being able to use that fear to switch up some shit in their head. But I mean, like if he so like let's say like in the conversation they're having
Yeah.
where they're basically having an argument.
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks he's losing her,
No.
and then I don't know, and then I'm grasping at straws here. I'm really trying to figure this shit out.
I think it's like any other Chainsaw Man chapter. Yo, next chapter is about to be crazy.
and then it's just what, huh? Like where did this go? Well, yo, you just got mad arms, bro. Why you got mad arms?
Arachnophobia.
People are scared of arms.
Spiders have multiple arms.
There's legs.
Spiders
have legs.
Yeah, well. We're both grasping at straws.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. We'll do some research, figure it out. Maybe next chapter will just tell us.
Yeah,
It's too early
probably
to
will tell us.
A prime. Did Jotic say anything about it?
Nah,
He had nothing to say about primal fear.
no.
That's
He
crazy.
didn't even say anything about the chapter. I don't think he read it.
He's like, y'all got this. It's not Zoro. Y'all got this.
Zoro? It's not Zoro, I sleep. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, this chapter, man. It's the biggest fucking 180, dude. We were theorizing all this shit about Kenjaku and Sukuna since the since however long we've been doing it.
Yeah.
We're like, they're not really together, but like, you know. And right now, they're all buddy just fucking
just
chilling.
Kenjaku's making jokes and shit.
Yeah, they're literally, like, Kenjaku's like, oh, like, I'm curious about this bath situation you got going on. And you learn that, you know, kind of like the way we're thinking about how the bath was, whereas collection of cursed energy.
Yeah.
It's going to help them. I thought it was going to help bring Sukuna's power up, but it's actually meant to push Megumi further into the darkness.
They said it in 2 ways. It said to push him closer to evil
Yeah.
and to suppress Megumi.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what pushing him closer to evil technically means.
Megumi.
What?
Like pushing Megumi. It's all like basic conditioning Megumi.
I thought it was pushing like
Sukuna to
Sukuna
evil? No,
closer
because
to
Sukuna's
evil.
already like got what he's got to do.
But like, how does that push Megumi closer to evil?
Because putting him into darkness and shit means there's less resistance. So the more fucked up shit Sukuna does, Megumi's like, fuck it, I'm down. Right?
Fuck it.
Yeah. And that's why Sukuna was like, yo, we gotta go after
But Sukuna had a cut or something on his finger.
that healed or something, right?
What was that from?
I don't remember.
I don't know. It's just it's like more so a question.
I thought it was from his fight with Yuji.
But like, what would have
Cut him?
Yuji done to cut him?
I don't know. Was it a cut? Like it was like
It was like a cut, like a.
I
or
thought
like a
I thought it was like
crack
him
or
just being like
something.
stylistic with his fucking thing.
No,
Cause it was just like a line. It didn't look
but like, why would they show it in 2 panels?
Maybe he needs to cut his fingers for that shit to seep in and it has to connect with his blood or something,
Maybe.
right?
But like it seemed more like Sukuna was kind of shocked to see that like he had a cut on his finger.
Like the body's failing.
It could be. Yeah, it could be Megumi's body's just not like up to it.
That's fair.
Or it could be Yuji.
Because it was weird. It's weird to the way they showed the panel.
Yeah.
It's weird to kind of just have like Sukuna be like, and just kind of like, okay.
Like, oh shit, like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like
true.
it could be Megumi's body's failing. It could be people are saying that it could be Yuji and him
Not being linked together. It's like
no
fucking
learning like or not learning, just accidentally using Sukuna's technique.
Oh, like if Yuji uses it, it like.
No, because Yuji like would have accidentally used like cleavage or something and cut Sukuna's finger.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I thought it was from this fight with Yuji too, though.
Yeah.
I think he's just shook that he took that damage without like, because he wasn't expecting to take any damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then him having, I guess even if it's just a paper cut, he's kind of like, that's weird.
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah. Because now he might be regretting switching bodies, right?
He could be, yeah, but I don't. Kenjaku asks him, he's like, so you're okay with that face?
Yeah.
And he's like, like for now or something, like
Yeah.
we can change it later or something. So like I guess
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like, why do you still have that face on or whatever? And he's like, I don't understand that.
he said it's
his
easier
face.
to fight sorcerers
Yeah.
with it. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's just like
Because
because
people are gonna see him and they're gonna pull up. Because he can, I guess his markings don't have to show up.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe
He can close his eyes and shit like that shit like.
he could, yeah, maybe he can use some like he can pretend. Yeah, he can pretend to be Megumi.
Yeah.
He did it with Hanna.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that he wants everyone to know because that's right after that. They're
But
like, yo,
yeah,
we gotta go to your.
But he
rose
pulled
and-
up in that colony with his dick out.
Yeah.
He
But,
had
like,
his cursed energy just flowing like crazy.
That shit,
Oh,
man.
we didn't even talk about it before we get into that. Kenjaku talks about the never-ending game that
his binding vow.
he created a binding vow
Yeah.
to stop a never-ending game.
Yeah.
So he would have had to have taken like the worst end of the binding vow. And like how the fuck is he supposed to end a never-ending game?
This is like an issue that we had talked about. I don't know. This wasn't on the podcast, but like with binding vows being like a get out of jail free card
Yeah.
that somebody had mentioned on Twitter,
Yeah.
and this kind of it like irked me the wrong way because I was kind of just like, what the fuck? Like, it's kind of going into that where he's like binding vow with his never-ending game. What did he? We don't really know the stakes of anything.
But that's the thing, we don't know what he like if it was something like, let's just say he took the worst end of it.
Which is what?
We don't know.
Because
he didn't explain what the binding vow was.
He didn't. And he said it's time to he's like, I have to end this. Well, maybe that is the worst end of it. He needs to the binding vow is that he can't do the shit that he needs to do with Tengen
Yeah.
until he ends the game.
Ends the game.
Because that's essentially like his biggest goal.
Yeah.
And having the fact that he has to end this game before he can do that.
Yeah.
Because for him to end it, he needs to essentially have only one person remaining. Right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like how where's I don't
Like
What's the- what
I
was the
guess
end
we'll
of
find. Well, I guess we'll find out what his binding vow is, but like, I feel like he'd have to take the worst end of it.
So that's why to me it just felt like the get out of jail free card because like the whole time we were like, okay, what's stopping Kenjaku from doing
The
like Tengen,
Tengen shit, yeah.
right? Like
So
they're
like,
all stuck in the culling game.
We could.
He can go fucking do his thing, and now it's like, okay, so now Gage kind of just explaining, okay, he can't do it because now he's in the binding vow.
The binding vow.
But again, he's just throwing binding vow like in areas that he doesn't need to. Like if he needs to stop shit from happening, he's just like, oh yeah, binding vow, stop that, or binding vow makes it so he can do that, or like whatever.
Well, binding vows have been in the thing for like forever.
They have, but in the way that he's doing it, it's kind of just thrown. Like every time it's used, it's in a place where like, oh shit. Like,
well, I mean, you could say that Maki's whole thing was, right?
Yeah.
A heavenly restriction is the binding vow forced upon somebody at birth.
Yeah. But the fact that it's at birth, it's like, it's more unique, right? Because we've only seen it happen like a few times.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna hate on binding vows,
no, it's not the same thing.
If it has to do with Maki, it's not the same thing.
No, because it's not the same thing. Because she
It
lost
is.
her cursed energy and everything, right? Like she had to deal with so much hate and stuff in her life,
Mhm.
where it's like, you can kind of see like I guess like it's equal in that way. Where like she suffered and did all this,
Mm-hmm.
but now because she went through all that, and now that she's joined with Mai, like she's fully realized,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like with a binding vow, it's like it's so tough because you had the binding vows with Hakari,
Mm-hmm.
where you're like, what did he really lose with his binding vow? Like he used the binding vow to save himself, lost his arm,
Mm-hmm.
but then he used his reverse technique to just get his arm back. So he didn't even lose anything.
Did he get his arm back yet?
Yeah.
I thought he needed to wait until he gets a jackpot again.
He at the end of the fight he had gotten his arm back.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought he was still missing an arm.
No,
I
because
thought he was shanksing that.
in that thread that we were looking at it, but he had mentioned that, like the Hikari and Hajime thing. I didn't get a chance to go back and look.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But I remember it was just like, this guy's so fucking broken,
no, I know.
right? Like
No.
because you're sitting there like you said, just reverse technique the whole thing.
But like I thought he needed. He doesn't know reverse curse technique. It was through
the
the
jackpot.
jackpot.
But wasn't the jackpot like? Did he not hit the jackpot? Because at that
Did he?
point,
I'm not
that's how he
sure.
beat Hajime at the end, right?
I don't.
Hajime
I can't recall.
Because Hajime had used his move,
Yeah.
his arm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Hajime or Hikari hits the jackpot and then beats Hajime,
I can't recall.
right? Because how would he have beat Hajime then?
I don't.
Unless he had hit his jackpot and then gone back into it.
I don't
right?
I can't recall.
I think he got his arm back, and then that's when Hajime was like, "Fuck, like this guy's just fucking crazy," you know. But yeah, so the binding vow aspect of this chapter kind of
Yeah.
it stung a little bit. I was like, man.
Don't do that.
But like in terms of the story, like it's all good because now we know that Kenjaku can't move forward to this plan. He needs to finish the culling game first. So now he's proactively trying to
Why did
finish
he want Megumi's points? Kenjaku.
Yeah, why did he want him?
Yeah.
Because so is he technically a participant in the game? So for him to make rules, he needs points.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
And that's the other thing. Like, remember we were thinking that Yoryozu might be the game master.
Yeah.
So what's happening now with that? Like, right?
Could she technically still be the game master?
Well, wouldn't Kenjaku have that role?
I thought Kenjaku gave it to somebody else unless he pump faked him.
So then why would he be stuck into the binding vow?
he's missing arm after the fight.
Okay. So why would he be stuck in the binding vow then? Because wouldn't he have forced somebody else to make a binding vow?
Well, since he's he's a creator of the game, he's not the
Yeah.
game master.
So
Two
he still
different
has to abide
things,
by the
right?
rules of it.
I guess.
I mean, that'd be a nice distinction. Make him not too broken.
Because I think that's how it was explained, right?
Yeah.
That like by Tengen, that like yeah, he's the creator of the
'Cause
game,
being
but
a
the
game
game
master
master is something different.
Yeah. Okay. So that's most likely why he guided Sukuna back to Yoryozu. He's like, oh yeah, don't you have that fight that was declared?
Yeah.
Because like, how did Kenjaku even know about that?
Well,
Right.
he's been around, right? So he would, I guess, like if
That-
this is like a rivalry or
I feel like
something
just
that's been
happened
going,
though, right?
but if this is a rivalry from
From
like
the past 1,000
the
years.
past like 1,000 years, like
He knows that Yoryozu.
he would know about
Yeah.
Yoryozu and Sukuna, right?
Yeah. I mean, he probably chose Yoryozu specifically for Megumi's sister,
Probably,
right?
yeah.
So,
It's too much of a coincidence for him to just
yeah.
for that particular
And then
person.
for them saying like, oh, you know, kind of has a crush on you. So Yoryozu's a girl.
a girl.
Yeah.
I think the officials called her a girl,
Okay. Yeah.
but I don't know if that's like because it was sister's body or
Yeah.
like I don't know, because the TCB translation called it a he.
Okay.
Officials called it a she.
Yeah. I just stick with the officials, I guess.
Yeah. So, Twitter was going crazy on this, bro.
Why?
So I'm like, so people were going off of complete like just the leaks.
Yeah.
And everybody was going crazy. Incest this, incest
Yo,
that. And I
what?
was like, bro, what the
What the
fuck?
fuck is the leaks?
Cause it's Megumi's body, his sister's
sister.
body.
And this person has a crush on. Oh, I see.
So people were tripping out like crazy. Yo, it was a wildfire on Twitter.
That's weird. What the fuck?
I was just scrolling through my timeline, seeing all this bullshit. I'm just like, bro, what's happening on my timeline?
Yeah,
First time ever, I had to click the followers only timeline.
Let me see what like the 5 people I'm following like are really tweeting. Yeah, shit.
Oh wait, we didn't even talk about it. Ryu.
Oh yeah.
Rest in
I
peace.
wanted to get there. Because like first was the Yoryozu thing.
Yeah.
Because that's and then he's like yeah, then he big dick energy goes into the colony, and then Ryu and the other one that was in the three-way
girl.
fight.
I
forgot her name.
Yoru.
I don't even know.
You are
The cursed spirit or something.
URO.
Uro?
Yeah.
Sure, let's call
She?
her that. She, yeah.
The one that pulls on the yeah.
Pulls like the
She
atmosphere or whatever that she fucking does. Like,
yeah. So like it's funny because like
they're both
she
like, yo,
she's like oh shit.
Yeah.
And then curls up. She
their
curls up into a
reactions?
ball.
Yo, those reactions are fucked, dude. Like there's like yo, like the king of curses is here.
Bro, doesn't
And
it like the thing
And
is
Ryu's like, let me fucking step up on this shit.
yeah. So Ryu's like, let me just pull up, but like he pulled up like uncertain.
Yeah.
But like when like Maki pulled up, she pulled up fucking big dick energy.
Yeah.
Yuji pulled up big dick energy.
Yeah. And then he pulls up and they're fighting. Dude, just at first he's like, yo, you're pretty good. Like I didn't even try. Like
Yeah.
Sukuna's like, shit, I wasn't even trying. Let me try now.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking
Slices his
his
head.
face up. And I was like, man, that guy was sick. His haircut was sick. His cool character, man.
You should get that haircut, bro.
I could try it.
You're almost there.
Well, yeah. I don't know how. It's gonna be a lot of fucking pomade and shit. But like, we'll try it.
We'll try. So, in this colony, you think Utah's still there?
Yeah.
You think if Jachiko's here, Akko Miwa's still there?
Sure. But yo, that means so Utah should show up soon then.
If he's still in the colony, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Because like, what are the chances that like when that announcement went out that like people can exit and leave, that like he just didn't like he
like,
just
didn't
kicked?
leave.
Yeah.
Well, because he was also concerned with taking care of anyone who was left behind.
But he was already guiding them away.
He was, but like when they switch from colony to colony, you can assume that all this is happening at the same time.
Same time, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Well,
Roughly the same. Like,
because a couple days passed when we got back to Yuji guys, like I think a day or two passed when Megumi was knocked out.
okay,
So like technically, I think 2 days would have passed.
so there's a chance that he could.
He could have.
Yeah, I just think he, like, for him to finish and search the whole colony and then also save everyone. Like, I can still see him being in there.
Well, because most people got out of the colony. It was just the people that got left back, like
Yeah,
behind,
yeah.
right?
That's tough. Maybe he is gone, because even Ryu and that girl, like, they're still alive and kicking.
Yeah.
Because I assumed after the fight with Utah that, like, one of them would have died.
Yeah, I thought it was her. Like,
I thought she died too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she just got obliterated by Utah.
Yeah.
he didn't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
But like, I feel like with that conversation that Ryu and Utah had at the end of their fight, like if Utah's still in the colony, this is the moment where like he's gonna realize what Ryu was talking about like how you have to become a demon or whatever. When he was talking about like becoming the strongest, and like, in his mind he's seeing Sukuna.
So he went like, well, Utah seeing Sukuna, or Ryu, yeah.
Because he was talking to Utah about like becoming the strongest or whatnot.
Well, that's why he pulled up on him, right? Because I mean, the whole fight he was kind of like, oh, it's like a delicious cake. Like I need to fucking feast on this type of thing.
Yeah.
Right, and then like him. I guess him dying in that fight is still like, you know, he's still fucking down.
He died doing what he wanted.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I hope Utah's still in the colony personally.
That means rest in peace.
Cause I mean, maybe not though, because Utah's pretty crazy. So I would like to see this.
You think he's
fight.
15 fingers Sukuna?
Well, Sukuna's not realized yet in Megumi's body, so 15 fingers still slightly suppressed. Like we don't know.
But this is 15 fingers after the bath.
Yeah, but we don't know how. Like they said it's 10 months and 10 days or something.
Yeah.
That they have to soak in it. So how long was that? Like, was he in that bath?
10 months, 10 days, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. So he's like at the beginning of his process. So he's accessing a little bit more, but it's still not there, right?
But they also did it in a different way, right? Because they use curses to do it rather than like
maybe it's a little bit more potent.
Yeah,
it's a little bit stronger.
Yeah,
sure. But again, like I don't think he's fully realized.
No, for sure he's not.
Yeah. So I think at the point where he's at, Utah could take him. Because Yuta was handling these guys.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
He's still kind of.
Like
But I guess he was like protecting.
And he was doing it without revealing his powers and shit.
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah, that's true.
Like he was really kind of holding himself back. Like
Yeah.
Because he didn't use. Did he use Rika?
He did at the end.
At the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he also like used their own powers against themselves and shit. Like he wasn't really.
Yeah.
He was really trying not to tap into like this arsenal of powers that he has.
Yeah.
But with Sukuna, it'd be like he's like, okay, let's like Rika's on point right
on
now.
site,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, right away. Like, I'm down. I'm down. Like I just want. I need Yuta back. So I'm with
Oh
it.
yeah, you're a Yuta fanboy too.
Yeah.
Yuta and Maki. It's an interesting
Is
duo.
it? They're pretty nice. They're the same year, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
Yup. Anyways, I
That's
think
your shit, huh?
I'm buying the movie, bro.
Didn't you already?
Not yet. No.
You're lacking.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I think that's all we have.
yeah.
Anything else to say?
No, I think that's all that we have. I think next week we're gonna have our other guy
Might
back.
have him back. Maybe.
Might maybe.
We have Shazam coming out next week.
Yeah.
So wait, what's the date today? Watch doesn't even work. What's the date today, guys?
The 12th.
It's the 12th, so we got 5 days. Yeah, Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday night.
So
We'll have Shazam coming out,
Shazam weekly.
and then potentially that Attack on Titan one.
Potentially we'll do an Attack on Titan episode.
Yeah, just for that new part that released, that 1 hour special or whatever.
Yeah.
So we can we'll watch it. If we have enough stuff to talk about, we'll do a separate podcast. If not, we'll throw it in our weekly.
Weekly, yeah.
Yeah. Because an hour, that's I guess roughly 3 episodes of Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say.
3, I guess.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. That's all that we got though. Go down there, comment, let us know about any of the what you guys thought about any of the chapters. If you guys have any theories, particularly for like One Piece,
JJK.
JJK,
Maybe Chainsaw Man too.
Chainsaw Man, yeah, like the Primal Fear stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications. In our description is our TikTok and our Twitter, Instagram coming soon, never. Yeah, that's all that we got. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.